So we're going to present Aquaponics. This is a video made by Antonia Padilla Paz, Ana Paloma Tanjacome, and Marco Del Prete. In recent years, the world has been involved in a major social change, ranging from economic crisis to overpopulation in large cities. Clearly, one of the sectors with the greatest demand in any society is food. So, with our project, we seek to find an alternative ways through which, in a homemade way, we can contribute to the production of our own food in a non-harmful way towards the environment. All this through the creation of a species of system of cultivations of plant and fish production that complement each other for their production.
Visualize change. We wanted to recognize within the market as an alternative way to a new strategy towards an improvement in the production of food, which is a big problem worldwide. We will also seek to carry out this project in the simplest way possible. This is in order that the idea can be produced and promoted. All this with the social and ecological purpose of realizing that even when the planet is full of difficulties, it is not a pretext not to take care of the environment in which we live. And what better way if helping our environment we can support our economy. Our team has more than one possible objective. The main one would be to be able to generate a live food environment among plants and fish. Take into account the disadvantages and advantages of the project to have a clear objective and know if the obstacles would be nourished. However, there are very few impediments to carry out the project, which is the complexity of the system since it requires extremely caution and accuracy.
Sustainable spheres. Social. These systems can be easily managed and it's possible to install it in small places. It makes a useful tool in a developing country as it provides food and recycles water in a sustainable way. Economic. The reduction in food costs, the greatest availability of them and even more in less accessible areas. Environmental. The amount of water required is low and it recycles. We avoid wasting more water when using a different type of irrigation. We reduce the use of fertilizers and helps the elimination of contaminants in the food and environment.
3 brainstorms, the one we're using and the other 2, which were reliable food resources. The pros are in the long term the people that suffer from hunger will not depend on other people from food. Cons, it would take a lot of time and reduce to teach people to have reliable food resources, and the other one is food donation. Pros, in short terms people will have resources to move forward and not suffer of hunger. The cons, some people won't cooperate and will only rely on these food donations. Aquaponics is a combination of aquaculture and hydroponics that grows fish and plants together in one integral system. The fish waste produce an organic food source for the plants, and the plants naturally filter the water for the fish.
Our prototype is based on the fact that nutrients are generated by mineralization of organic matters, which are feces and food debris, and the excretion of feed, which can be named by ammonia. The plants eliminate ammonia through absorption, or by taking the nitrate product of the oxidation of the ammonium by nitrifying bacteria, purifying the water that returns to the fish tank in a suitable condition.
As you see in our prototype, the plants are up and the fish are down, so it has more sense and the cycle is continuous. And then you could see the system that is already built somewhere in some place.
Before we can start building our prototype, we need to know some things. For example, the type of fish we need. We cannot simply put any type of fish in there. It may not survive under those conditions. We also need to get the right water pump that pumps the water at a certain speed and a certain pressure, etc. We also need to know how to plant certain types of vegetables in a certain way, because it's not the same planting vegetables on hydroponics than on regular soil. Our prototype has some advantages and disadvantages. An advantage is that it can be built in a really small space in an urban area. and it's a reliable food source. A disadvantage can be that you need to be very precise to build a device like it, and you need to give it the right maintenance and care. We chose hydroponics because it was a way that we could make food almost anywhere with the right resources, and because it wasn't harmful for the environment. Here we have 5 organic compounds that were related to hydroponics in some way, shape, or form. For example, cadaverine, which is an organic compound that animals release after they die. This is related to how fish give nutrients to the plants after they die inside the hydroponic tank. For our partner and expert, we chose Nacho Vallarta, who is an agronomist that will help us to make our prototype work.